everybody, and welcome to another episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling on SRB TV. I am your host for the evening, Nick Slade, joined by my partner in crime, Kristen.
Yo.
And as you see, the reason I am in charge today is we are going back to the Impact Zone for their biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Impact Wrestling. Regular viewers know that so much, and then we could see their biggest show of the year. Last year, you remember that was a good show.
Yes, it was.
And based on the card I'm looking at, it's going to be another good show. So why don't we just go ahead and dive right into it?
Well, I realized I plugged in the wrong USB for my mic. Mic is not turning on. Go on. There we go. Sorry, that's why my mic, my audio was a bit. Okay, go on. Sorry, go on.
Starting to start over.
No, go on.
All right. Okay, so we got one match on the pre-show. Looks like there's gonna be 8 matches overall, including the pre-show. We have an open challenge for the Impact Digital Media Championship, as Brian Myers is issuing an open challenge for his title. So we don't know who's going to answer the challenge, so it's going to be hard to predict this. But it's got to be probably a surprise person. I got to figure the surprise person is going to win the title. What do you think?
Shark Boy. It's going to be Shark Boy.
And I would actually be happy about Shark Boy winning the title.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, we can go into a whole 30 minutes about like AEW shit going on right now. Who could be from there? But like, we don't want to do that. So
it could literally be anyone.
I'm gonna say Bobby
I'd like
Fish.
to remind everyone the digital media title is an intergender title. So women can challenge for it also.
I'm gonna say Bobby Fish. He just recently showed up. It's a great way.
He is going to be in the Gauntlet.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't read the match card for. Okay, so I did not know that. I mean, it still could be Bobby Fish, but okay, male wise, who could it be?
Who's available? Or it could honestly, it could be somebody from New Japan, it could be someone from AEW, it could literally be anybody.
Yeah, honestly, that's the thing. It literally.
I'm just going to go with the prediction as whoever it is, they're beating Brian Myers to the title.
Yeah, so it has to be somebody who's going to be on Impact for a while, or at least throughout the span of their recordings for their show.
And it is the pre-show, so I don't think it'd be like too huge.
Who does Brian Myers have beef with? I mean, he's a heel. So the answer is everybody. But is there anybody specifically he has beef with?
He's recently been feuding with. I'm going to butcher this name. He's an Indian superstar. Bhupinder Gunjar. I butchered that. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to send me it through Messenger and I'll give it a try?
Oh, sure. You can give it a try.
Okay, but
that
dude. So that dude.
But he recently beat him definitively to retain the title, and then he beat Crazy Steve definitively. So I don't know.
You know what? Crazy Steve, his best friend, Danhausen.
That'd actually be pretty funny.
I'm gonna say Danhausen. I know it's probably
go with Danhausen. Did you see Danhausen trying to get money from Batman?
I heard about that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard about that.
All right. See if you can pronounce it.
Okay, so let me see. Let's see. Oh, Bhupinder Gunjar.
Bhupinder Gunjar?
I'm going with that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
All right, to our Indian viewers or anyone of Indian descent, comment down below how to actually pronounce that name.
It's either Bhupinder Gunjar or the first or other silent, and it's like Pinder Gunjar or something like that. But yeah, my pick's gonna be Danhausen.
All right. Any female choices?
Female choices. It would be really cool to see Will Nightingale win a fucking title already.
Who?
Will Nightingale.
Oh yeah. Okay.
One of the most charismatic female wrestlers in like wrestling today. Who needs something right now? I swear to God.
Impact's been getting some good indie women talent into the roster recently.
Yeah, I mean, why not? She's amazing. She's very charismatic, and like, let's be honest, they're not doing show for her right now in AEW, except for that very awkward Soraya promo. Okay. Anyways, but that's so. Where are your male and female picks?
Oh, it could literally be anyone.
I chose 2 people from AEW basically. So I mean, sky's the limit.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who she recently. What's her name? She's from GCW, and she appeared on Impact recently. Let me look up her name real quick.
That certainly narrows it down. I've only seen like one GCW event from earlier this year, and that was it.
That is the wrong G. No, not GCW. Briscoes recently are tag champions there.
Okay.
Briscoe.
So, ooh, Jonathan Gresham could be a good pick. We haven't seen him in a while, and he would be a major surprise. He hasn't wrestled on Impact since
the start of the Honor No More storyline.
Yeah. I see Gresham going in.
Game Changer Wrestling. That's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
Okay, tag champs. Oh yeah, Allie Catch.
Allie Catch. I know her.
She had a really good match with Masha Slamovich recently. She had a Monsters Ball match, and it was really good.
That's a good possibility.
And she was a tag team with Effie called Boosie. And don't look that up, kids. That's a term. Don't look that up on what's the name of that website? We look up slang.
Or Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary. Oh, I shouldn't have told the website. Okay. Sorry, kids.
Yeah, don't say urbandictionary.com. Whoops.
Jesus. You're a bad influence. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go with her for women and men. I don't know. Let's see who's on the Impact roster. See who hasn't been doing much lately. Oh, there's a bunch of options from New Japan. Kushida's been wrestling there recently.
Yeah, but he's been going through some shit. You hear he has like, was it foot, mouth, and I forgot the third one disease.
Foot, mouth.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I don't remember, but he has that apparently. So he's trying. I believe he's trying to recover a bit from that. He just got diagnosed with that, so it maybe not him.
Could be Joe
Joe Hendry. I know. Yeah. I saw that
he returned to Impact.
I saw that weird promo where like they were deciding where the stuff for the will was going to, and then he just popped into frame and everybody adored him.
Juice Robinson's a free agent. He's no longer in New Japan exclusively. And he's wrestling in AEW this week against Moxley. Well, as this recording is tonight.
No, he did that last week.
Oh, was it last week? I thought it was tonight.
Yeah, that was last week. It was actually
but he is a free agent. So could we choose Robinson?
I would say Joe Hendry would probably be more unlikely.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But whoever it is, I think it's going to be the mystery opponent is going to win. Okay. So next up, we have the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. 20 wrestler intergender battle royal where the winner gets a shot at any title they're choosing for up to 1 year. As we know, last year, Moose cashed it in the same night because Moose doesn't give a shit about your family.
Yeah.
So far, there's going to be 20 wrestlers in it. So far, the announced competitors are PCO, Rich Swann, Giselle Shaw, Keith Slater, Boom Patir Gujar, Bobby Fish, Steve Macklin, Moose, and Sammy Callahan. Now, I remind you, there's going to be a whole bunch of other wrestlers in this thing, too.
Yeah, I don't think, honestly, right now, I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's going to be Moose. Like, I don't know if they're ready just yet to reignite the Josh Alexander Moose feud.
So, yes, 9 out of 20 that's been announced. So, we could get some surprises and that as well. I want to say Bobby. I'm going to say, based on what I know right now, could be Bobby Fish.
Could be Bobby Fish.
I can see him
actually, think that's a really solid pick. That'd be a good like battle of technical wrestlers.
Another good pick would be Steve Macklin. They've been really pushing him. He last month had a really epic barbed wire massacre match with Moose and Sammy Callahan.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be him. It could be somebody we don't know. It's another thing where we don't know who's all in it. So for now, based on who's been announced, I'm gonna go with Bobby Fish.
Yeah, don't forget last year Demon Kiss returned for
Demon Kiss.
return for
If Demon Kiss can come back, anyone can come back.
sorry, the Demon. Sorry, because they don't own that the right to that name anymore. No, I'm gonna stick with Bobby Fish. I feel like that's a good idea. A battle of two technical wrestlers for the title.
I do have a philosophical question for you, Kristen.
Okay.
How many fish could Bobby Fish
No,
fry?
I'm not. No,
if Bobby Fish could fry fish.
no, I'm not. I'm not gonna answer that question. Not gonna answer that question.
All right, so we're both going with Bobby Fish on that.
Yeah, like I said, I think
Do you have
Bobby
any
Fish
guess on what
makes the most
title he
sense.
cashed in on? Maybe the X Division title.
Well, I've already made it obvious. I think he would cash in on Alexander. It's a battle of two technical wrestlers. I mean,
yeah, that could be good. Well, let's see who walks out as world champion. We'll get to that though. So next up, for the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Championships, the champions VXT of Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo will defend against the Death Dolls of Taya Valkyrie and Jessica Havoc. So Jessica Havoc's gone through a bit of a gimmick change. Because originally she was going just by Havoc and she was in Decay with Rosemary. But recently she's gone by the name Jessica and she's trying to be more like open, like a fun girl. And Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie think she's not taking things seriously anymore and she wants to prove that she is. And so they're going to team her with Valkyrie to challenge for the tag titles.
Okay.
It's both of Rosemary's tag partners teaming together.
Okay, and the other team was you said the champions are
BXT, Chelsea Green, Deonna Purrazzo.
Okay. Well, I can't. You know what's funny about these is every time I think somebody's gonna retain, even though they haven't been champion for that long, they lose the title anyway. Because I feel like
they've been champion for 54 days as of this recording.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my gut and say they're gonna retain just based off the amount of days they've been champs. But that's just me. I could be wrong. I swear, guys, I've lost count about how many times already I've said, yeah, they're gonna retain. They've only been champions for a month, and Pac's like,
yeah, I can see the chance retaining because it might create some more tension between Jessica and Taya Valkyrie with Rosemary involved. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the champs, Chelsea Green, Deonna Purrazzo.
Cool.
All right, next up. So Mickie James has been going on. Looks like she's going her last rodeo.
Yeah,
she's basically doing the thing that Ric Flair did a number of years ago. He said, "If the next match I lose will be my last." That didn't last for Ric Flair, obviously, but still. So Mickie James has been wrestling and winning matches, all been career-threatening matches, and now she handpicked her opponent for Bound for Glory. It's going to be Mickie James versus Mia Yim in a career-threatening match.
It's weird that how this match is how a career-threatening match. Like we only use that term when it's like talking about somebody getting injured, like when Big E got injured, and we call it a career-threatening injury. I mean, it's a nice play on words, honestly, for her. I don't know. I would have probably called it a last rodeo match for her.
She only retires if she loses. They don't want to make it obvious. It's not like this is gonna be her announced last match, but I do think Mickie James is hanging it up. And I think she chose Mia Yim to be her last opponent.
Who's the current I mean, I know we're gonna talk about it a bit later, but who's the current knockout women's champion?
Jordynne Grace.
That would be a great last match for Mickie James if you think about it.
So Mickie James versus Mia Yim. So,
but for that, I think Mickey's winning. I think this whole thing is going to build up to her getting to the title and her coming up short. Probably at the next probably at Hard to Kill is the next big one, right?
Do you think Mickie James isn't ready to hang it up?
I think she's going to hang. I think she's going to lose. She's going to get to that world title match she's been wanting and then come up short, and that's where she retires.
Yeah,
Like,
but Bound for Glory is like their WrestleMania, so it'd be a much bigger send off to have her lose a Bound for Glory than Hard to Kill.
dude, you've watched enough pro wrestling in your life to know sometimes the booker fucks it up. So, like,
I don't know.
from
Scott D'Amore's pretty. He's been doing pretty well. That's the guy who should win the award for best booker, not Tony Khan.
honestly, who knows? Who knows how long this like retirement road's going to go for her until she gets that world title match? Because we already know it's going to be at one of their big ones. It's not going to be at one of the Impact Plus events. We know it's going to be at one of their big.
I mean, Mickey already had a title run this year, and I feel like they did that because they knew it was going to be her last year.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna still say Mickey wins here.
No, I don't want Mickey to retire, but I do think this is where she's choosing to hang it up.
Honestly, she has a great. I mean, she has a good legacy to leave on. Honestly, but yeah, I think Mickey stays here, and then whenever she gets that title match, that's gonna be her last match. She's gonna come up short in that title match against whoever it is, the champion by that point. Your thoughts? Sorry.
Yeah. We could be seeing. We'll have to see what it is. I do think that Medium's gonna win.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so the next matchup we have to predict. For the X Division title, Mike Bailey's defending the title against Frankie Kazarian. So we got Kazarian's coming back to Impact Wrestling representing AEW, trying to get the belt for the how many times has he been champ? TNA. There it is. 5 times. So he's going for his 6th X Division title. I think Bailey's gonna win. I think it's a chance for Kazarian to put over a younger talent.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's gonna be a good match. Mike Bailey and Kazarian are both great.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going with Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey, going here too. The first match I saw Mike Bailey was literally 2 Impact pay-per-views ago, and he's
great.
He's amazing, and it's awesome that Impact finally got him into the States to really show what he can do.
Yeah, he was stuck in Canada for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, Frankie. No, sorry, not Frankie. I'm sorry. I don't know. Frankie, yeah, I think Frankie will this is to really show how amazing Mike Bailey is. Like, I don't think, he's gonna lose the X Division title anytime soon. I do have a question for you though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he anytime soon he will be cashing in his X Division title?
Oh, for option C?
Yeah. Do you think he'll be
I
cashing
don't know.
in anytime soon?
Option C, it kind of it depends on whether, because some years nobody cashes it in.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of depends as they really want to move that person up to the main event scene. We'll have to see. Because it would be kind of interesting if Kazarian won and he cashed in option C.
Mm-hmm.
So but I do think Mike Bailey's going to retain.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so next up, for the Impact World Tag Team Championships, Honor No More, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, also known as the Kingdom or the OGK, are defending their tag titles against the Motor City Machine Guns. So Honor No More defeated the Good Brothers on Impact for the tag team titles before the Good Brothers left Impact.
Mm-hmm.
They're now more focusing on New Japan. And so now their next challengers are the Motor City Machine Guns. So I think this is going to be a really good match between 2 good teams. I think I'm going with the Motor City Machine Guns to win because Taven and Bennett's contracts are coming up too, and it hasn't been revealed if they're re-signing with Impact or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see them dropping it to the Motor City Machine Guns before they leave.
See, the biggest problem I have with Honor No More is I haven't watched all the Impact shows. I want to watch the pay-per-views they're involved in. Feels like they've been here for so fucking long with their story.
They debuted.
If you say this, the opinion this year, I'm
January 8th of this year. So they've been in Impact for 8 months.
Yeah, my problem is here. I feel like they're only sticking around long enough till Tony Khan does something with Ring of Honor.
We'll have to see on that.
So based on that, considering how many times Morrissey Machine Guns have already had the tag titles from
Twice.
Impact specifically, I'm gonna say Honor No More retain.
I could see Honor No More retain, depending on how the world title match goes, but we'll get to that in a bit.
But I could still see Machine Guns winning, but them being like a title, like a placeholder until they can crown new champions, considering what you just said about them, you know, the question about if they're going to resign or not with Impact. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I can
right
see
now,
it being
I'm gonna
that
go
way.
with the Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay.
All right, so next up for the Impact Knockouts World Championship, Jordan Grace is defending the title against Masha Slamovich. So Masha Slamovich, if you have not seen her compete, she is actually very, very talented. She is a Russian-American pro wrestler. Trying to think of, she's been around the indie scene. She's made a few appearances with Impact, and has now been full time with Impact. And she recently had a really good Monsters Ball match that I mentioned earlier. That was a pick the poison match because they did that thing where you have to pick your opponent's opponent leading up to the match.
Okay.
But you know they do that in other promotions too. You know, to pick your poison, where they get to pick an opponent for their opponent.
Pick their opponent for their opponent. That needs to be on a T-shirt. You got to pick their opponent for their opponent.
When are we gonna start making T-shirts, Kristen? We got so many catchphrases.
Continue on. I'm not joking. Continue on.
But Masha, I do think that Masha is gonna win because they've been really pushing her hard, and I think she's gonna be the next, top person in the division.
You think she's gonna be like the? I mean this in
the next focus of the division.
I was gonna know. I'm like they're like Walter in a way, if you know what I mean. Like
maybe,
somebody to really put some prestige on the title for a while before ultimately losing it in like a big underdog versus big baddie fight.
Yeah, the way she actually earned her contract is pretty cool. It was back in October of last year, so it's been a year ago. She returned at the Knockdown event, and where she challenged Gianna Perazzo in a non-title match. And she impressed Impact Visuals so much that she came out. That Gail Kim came out there in an unaired segment and offered her a contract on the spot in the ring.
Cool.
So yeah, so I think they're really high on her right now. So I think Slamovich is going to win the title.
Awesome.
Did you pick somebody?
Yeah, it's a Slamovich. Okay. Yeah, obviously.
All right. So the next in our main event of the evening for the Impact World Championship, Josh Alexander defends the title against the leader of Honor No More, the traitor of Impact Wrestling, the Judas of the Impact Zone, the Brutus,
somewhere Jericho,
the Rudis Brutus, Eddie Edwards.
Okay.
That'd be a cool nickname, the Rudis Brutus. Trademark that. So yeah, this has been building up. Eddie Edwards won a 6-person can't remember if it was a Gauntlet match or what was it? It was a 6-way elimination match. He beat Bandito, Moose, Rich Swann, Sammy Callahan, Steve Macklin because number 1 contender.
Okay.
And so Eddie Edwards has been on a roll since he was revealed as the secret leader of Honor No More. He's had his ups and downs, but he's angry at Impact Wrestling because he feel like they haven't been respecting him.
Dude, you backstabbed the company by joining an anti-version.
No, that's why he joined
company.
them. That's why he joined them. He even turned on his own wife, who was trying to call him out on his BS.
What did he pile driver or something?
No.
Okay.
And it's interesting they went with Eddie Edwards because he was considered for a while the Tommy Dreamer of Impact Wrestling, the heart and soul of the company. Which is why Tommy Dreamer kind of passed the torch, so to speak, at the kendo stick and everything. And so now he was revealed as the traitor, and now he's going against the champion in the main event. So honestly, this match could go either way, because it wouldn't be the first time a heels won the main event Bound for Glory.
Okay.
Like last year.
To be fair, he technically Josh Alexander did win the Pace did win the main event
yeah,
for like
but it
5
ended.
seconds.
Who walked out as champion at the end of the night?
Yeah. Okay.
So Alexander's been champion
Since January, right?
Since April.
April.
He beat Moose in Rebellion. So by Friday, he'll be a champion about 167 days. It's a pretty lengthy reign.
Pretty like 6-month reign, yeah.
It definitely a lengthy reign. So Alexander could lose it. I could see Eddie Edwards. It kind of depends on what they're going to do with Honor No More. If that's going to become if they're going to continue with that. That's why I was kind of wondering. So here's my thing: if Eddie Edwards wins, I think the Kingdom's going to retain the tag titles.
Okay.
But if Alexander wins, that's why I think the Motor City Machine Guns will win. So yeah, this could go either way. I'm gonna go with Josh Alexander.
So I'm gonna go with Josh Alexander as well. It's the problem with choosing Eddie Edwards is you don't know where they're going for Honor More, because that also kind of factors into what Tony Khan's doing for Ring of Honor. That also factors into like, are you like it's been since January they've been here, and pun not intended, it doesn't feel like they've made a major impact, in Impact Wrestling. So like,
hey, you own that pun.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but it's like the first word that comes to mind, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm gonna stay with my gut on this. I'm gonna say Josh Alexander. It's gonna be a close one, but I feel like he's gonna win it. Now the question though is, will whoever wins the Color Struck Gauntlet cash in the same night, aka pulling a female Money in the Bank winner,
or a Moose from last year,
I
don't know. I feel like it'd be too much of a repeat of last year's ending. And if a face wins it, they might come out at the end and like challenge them. Like if Bobby Fish wins, he may come out, stare Josh Alexander down. They might do Bobby Fish, Josh Alexander hard to kill.
I could see them doing a reverse of last year. Heel wins. The face who won the Color Shotgun and cashed in and wins it, and that's how they ended with a face still winning.
Oh, Eddie Edwards wins, but somebody cashes in on that night.
Basically a reverse of last year.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be too much of a repeat.
Okay.
I think Alexander. Yeah, but I do think Alexander's going to retain.
Yeah, same here.
Fun fact: Eddie Edwards is the only man to have held the Impact World Title, the Ring of Honor World Title, and the Pro Wrestling Nova GHC World Title.
Cool. Of course, next up, for predictions, I asked, what do you think is going to be the best match of the night?
Oh, that's hard.
Honestly, it feels like a small card. Honestly, it does.
It's eight matches because we're too used to AEW putting 20 matches on one card.
Did I miss a match? I have I have 7 here. You said 8.
Did you include the pre-show?
Yeah, Digital Media Championship. I'm still at 7.
Digital Championship, World Title, Impact Title. Impact Knockouts Title, Impact World Tag Team Titles, Knockouts World Tag Team Titles, Extreme Title, Career Threatening Match.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, my bad. When did you bring up the regular tag team titles? What?
That was Honor No More than Machine Guns.
No, sorry. When did you bring it up? Sorry. Looking at my list.
2 matches ago.
So was it after the X Division?
After the X Division, before the Knockouts World Title.
Okay, thank you. My bad. You said 8. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Okay, so so you're also going with Alexander.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so
match.
So you were asking me who I think the best match is going to be tonight. I'm going with Alexander Edwards. I think they're going to tear the house down.
Alexander Edwards? Okay. Fuck that. I'm going to go with the X Division Championship match.
Oh, Kazarian and Bailey?
Dude, Kazarian can still go, and Bailey's fucking amazing. So, there you go, right there. Like, Scorpio Sky, the last Scorpio Sky Frankie Kazarian match, except for the finish, was actually really good. Like,
man, that storyline had more potential than what it ended up being.
Yeah.
It should have resulted in Sky versus Kazarian with Daniels as the referee, but no, can't do that. That was a dark time in the TNT titles history.
Yeah.
But enough of that. So you're going with the X-Division title. I'm going with the world title. But I think overall this is going to be a really fun show, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Right. So.
All right.
I'll handle this part. So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about some Impact Wrestling predictions, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon as well. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your predictions are for Impact's Battle for Glory 2022. What do you think is going to be the best match tonight? What titles do you think are going to be changed? How much of Honor More can you take no more or more of? Let us know in the comments down below.
Say
Put
that
down
3
what you
times
know.
fast.
No. Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you know of our predictions overall. And most importantly, we thank you for watching. Now, of course, where can they find you next, Slade, somewhere on the internet?
Well, while you're surfing the web, you can find all my work linked at nicholasslade.com. Also, check out my past articles and reviews over at FloridaGeekScene.com. And check out my 2 interviews that I have on Florida Geek Scene's website, YouTube channel, where I interview 2 figures from the wrestling industry, Alexander Chamberlain and the greatest jobber of all time, Randy Hogan.
Okay, and of course, guys, stay tuned for our Extreme Rules 2020 or Extreme Rules 2022 prediction special as well. But until next time, though, I'm Kristen.
I'm the whole effing show, Nick Slade.
And this has been a very deep, impact-filled episode of SRBTV's 1, 2, 3 Wrestling Predictions. So see you guys later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.